Hello, this is Pioneer HPM 700, a vintage loudspeaker uh, which was made from 1980 to 1983. Um, it's a high fidelity four-way four-speaker bass reflex loudspeaker system designed by Bart Lucanti and his team of ex-JBL engineers, and it was manufactured in Japan for Pioneer Electronic Corporation, and many still exist in complete working order with all original parts. Due to speaker being engineered for endurance and reliability. Bartlow Conti became the vice president of engineering at JBL in 1960, and it was under his tenure that the JBL 4310, 4311, and L100, which are fairly uh, legendary, were manufactured. However, JBL was bought, and Locanti disagreed with the new direction he was taking, causing him to leave in 1970, with few other JBL engineers joining him. In 1975, Pioneer North America hired him as Vice President of Development, and Pioneer gave Locanti and his team a large budget to improve on the speakers they had designed a few years prior. It was then that he used his expertise and experience to design what was become a Pioneer HPM, which you can see here. Pioneer HPM 100. He started. This was the next generation Pioneer HPM 900, 700, and so on. HPM stands for high polymer molecular. Oh god, that sounds interesting. Now, let's see what it means. In reference to its newly developed high polymer molecular film supertweeter, a design that is used to convert electrical energy into sound to a degree that had previously only been a theory. It is damped by elastic materials to prevent the deterioration of its best characteristics and eliminates excessive harmonic distortion. Those speakers, so HPM 700s, were released along with HPM 900s and 500s and 300s, which were obviously smaller. And the HPM 700 is comparable to the HPM 60, a smaller HPM 900s with 10-inch woofer. The tweeter and mid-range drivers of the HPM 700s and HPM 900s contained individual metal grills protect counts. These two speakers feature another new super tweeter design, one of that more closely matched the 180-degree projection of the HPM 100. The woofers were constructed with graphite modulus, a stiffer composite material, and it had foam surrounds. And also, like HPM 440, the cabinet was covered with vinyl instead of veneer. Their specifications are this is a four-way, four-driver loudspeaker system with and the frequency response it's from 35 to 50 kHz, and power handling is 60 watts with peak of 120 watts. Sensitivity is pretty high, 92.5 decibel, but I find it rather optimistic. And it's got 10-inch bass driver. It's got a 4-inch mid-range driver and 1.75-inch tweeter cone, and super tweeter is HPM high polymer molecular. The enclosure is bass reflex, I actually prefer enclosures with bass reflex at the front because it's much easier to accommodate in a room, and it's got walnut grained vinyl and you have a black vinyl from the front, and dimensions are 13 to 24 to 12 inches, and then they weighed 32 pounds each. So let's have a look a little bit closer. On at the front you will find a badge, super tweeter, in the grill, mid-range in the grill, and bass reflex, and a woofer. And currently I have them on a Atacama SL 300 speaker stands. And this is a walnut vinyl, grained vinyl. It's imitation, but it looks fairly nice from the distance. And this is the rear of the speaker. Let's see a little bit closer. And this is the crossover. This has been restored, so you used to have the clip connectors which weren't that good, so I replaced it with banana connectors. It has a badge and potentiometers to regulate tweeter and mid-range. It's got it has regulation -3 to I don't know how many, 9 dB, and the same for tweeter. But since they are quite bright, I actually adjust the controls. And on the other side is a crossover, and this is a crossover which is attached from the back side of the cup with connectors. It has been restored. So you have potentiometers here, you've got some coils and capacitors, and this little thing at the rear which you can't see, try to get it, is a transformer for the super tweeter. It has been restored, so yeah, got Jensen audio cross cap capacitors,